Hi guys, so welcome to the last logical operator we'll be talking about. We have talked about, or we have established or demonstrated how the logical operators work from the AND operator, which is true if the values on the left and on the right are true. And then we looked at the OR operator, which is true if either values on the left and on the right are true. Now we'll be talking about the NOT operator, which is a simple rule, right? The NOT operator is true if the values that we are looking for, what it basically does is that it switches on the value that we are looking for, right? It switches it. If the value is true, it will switch it as false. So what it does is true if the value is false. So that's what happens. Essentially, it inverts the true value. So again, let me just open up here. Say it inverts the true value. Right, so that's basically what we have. Now, how do we demonstrate this? Now, what we're going to do is we are going to create a variable, and then we are going to give it a false value. So for instance, I'll call this variable I'll call this I underscore coming underscore home. And so we're going to give this false, right? So you see what that is. Now, this is like me saying I am coming home, right? And then it's false. Now, if I now say if not I underscore coming home, so now the instance we use not, this eventually becomes true. Print open the gates. So you see that? So if I click this, you see open the gates, because basically this is false. But now remember, this is false, but remember that the if statement evaluates if it's true. So this is what the NOT operator does. So by using the NOT operator, we switch what is true to false, and we switch what is false to true. You see how that works? Pretty simple stuff, right? Again, let's look at one final one, because it's pretty simple stuff. In a situation where I say is underscore cold and I say it's false, right? So again, if I now choose to use, so let me put this here, and I choose to use the NOT operator, what is it going to say? If I now say is underscore not underscore cold, and inside I say not is cold, right? And then I decide to call is not cold, it's going to say it's true, because what is inside is not is cold. And remember, not here will invert the true nature of this. So what happens here is not inverts the true state to false. So that's what happens. Pretty simple stuff, and that's how you can get to understand how the NOT operator works. So recap, we have looked at logical operators. So logical operators basically are used when you are trying to perform multiple conditions, and it's basically like the word logic, right? We have AND, which is true if the values on the left and on the right are true. So that means these two have to evaluate as true over here. Now, OR means one of the values has to be true for it to be true. And eventually, the not operator is it inverts the true state to false. So take your time and watch this video again, watch this tutorial on logical operators, and then you start to make sense of what it is. We have a playlist for use cases, so keep an eye on the use case playlist. It's also in on this channel, and then you'll start to see the use cases for a whole lot of the Python topics we're putting together. So like, subscribe, and share to friends, families, and enemies.